When I walked into a local board game shop a few years ago, I was looking for a board game that was simply something new. You see, I was getting a little tired of trading wheat for logs and trying my best at building the longest road. If you catch my drift. As fun as that game can be, it just felt like we were replaying the same social scenarios every time. Whoever jumped to an early lead was bound to get nerfed into the ground. Whenever we rolled a 7, we had to hear everyone's sob story as to why it shouldn't be them. What I'm after is a game where conflict is not the main goal, but building of a society is. I want a game where trying to stall out another player comes at the real risk of keeping you from your goals. And where you may need to be dynamic in how you build your civilization to be able to play nice or defend it from other people at the table. What I'm after is 7 Wonders. In 7 Wonders, you're taking over as the leader of an ancient city, trying to score the most victory points based on the type of civilization you have and how you want it to grow. From Alexandria to Babylon, your city will be scored on its ability to get resources, build infrastructure, research, master trade, and finally build your military might. Cards can cost anything from some coins you've been given at the beginning of the game, resources you've built up already, or you can play cards for free if you've already built a structure that allows for that to happen. I love how this contrasts a system like Catan, where you're trying to build up resources and then trade for them. Catan does an amazing job with this, with being able to show you how to accumulate resources, knowing by design that you're going to be short of 1 or 2 of them. The flip side to that, though, is that you can be choked out of resources and players can refuse to trade with you if they think you're getting too much of an advantage. In 7 Wonders, all of your player versus player interactions are with the neighboring cities, the ones on the direct left and right of you. Need a resource? Pay that player the cost, and it's yours for the turn. There's no need now of feeling locked out because you don't have certain resources available to you. And even better than that, there are cards within the deck that enable you further by lowering the cost of those for the turn. I think the real genius of this game is its pass and play mechanic. Simply put, every turn is taken by all players at the same time. You choose the cards you're going to play, and when everyone is ready, build your structure, pay your needed costs, and then give your hand over to the left or right of you. That direction is going to be determined by what round or age you're in. You see, this game is divided up into 3 rounds, or ages, each one with more complex builds of your civilization than the next. Most of the cards in subsequent ages have a higher cost, but also have the ability for you to build them for free if you have the right structures from a previous age. The round ends when you've run out of cards to play. If that wasn't good enough, there are even more mechanics for decisions that you need to make. Remember that civilization board you picked up? It also has objectives that you can build in stages to accomplish. For example, building a stage at the Lighthouse of Alexandria might give you additional resources, while a stage at the Colossus of Rhodes could provide you with military strength. To build one of those is simple. Just choose a card from your hand, follow the resource cost on your board, and play that card face down. Amazing option if you don't like the cards in your hand, or you're trying to keep your opponent from getting something that they could really benefit from. Finally, 7 Wonders adds a new card type unique to its 3rd age that just adds a whole extra element of tension and choices to be made. These are the guild cards. At a very high cost, you have the option to really supercharge your civilization by possibly getting bonus points or powers that suit your build. They can be granted for anything from the resources you've built in Age 1 to adding a bonus to your infrastructure builds. The best part? All guild cards in the box are shuffled and only some of them are put in the deck. That's some spice of life gaming right there. Pass and Play presents a simple yet daunting option for all the players. Simply put, what can I play that's going to get me the most amount of points or the greatest path to victory, while making sure what I pass to my opponents doesn't? Should I buff my military? In 7 Wonders, your military might is scored per round. Have more than your opponent on the left and or right of you? Points. Have less? Negative points. This creates an amazing tension in the game of wanting to advance your interests while also limiting your opponents. If you try to keep someone out of the loop, you might stall your own improvements or keep yourself from accumulating any real developments for big points. It's this kind of tension combined with the fact that everyone plays at the same time that really gives an amazing sense of bated breath to the table. Every turn you have to ask yourself, what did I just pass along to someone? What can I build for free based on what I've been able to build so far? Should I be buffing my military right now, or will I be receiving some negative points? Hopefully the right guild card is shuffled in the deck, or I'm just not going to be able to catch up, or if it is, I can slingshot myself into first place. Pass and play makes it hard to play the same game every time. While you might have won last game on the blue cards, if you leave those green cards unchecked this time around, they could crush you. It's simple, it's brilliant, it's, dare I say, perfect. Well, no. As simple as the mechanics of Seven Wonders are, it has such a depth to them that can really make it difficult if you don't get it right away. This can leave players with a snowball effect that may impact them for the rest of the game and just not enjoying that overall. Seven Wonders has an amazing amount of hidden depth and complexity to it. So much so, it might be a little tricky for those who are new to the hobby overall. My advice might be to maybe sit out a game and play as a games master to help the rest of your table so that they can understand as well how their choices now may affect their choices later. Finally, if you're looking for a game that has more conflict from everyone at the table, this simply isn't it. Engaging with only those on the direct left and right of you simplifies the table friction and eliminates feeling targeted, sure. But I feel it's at too great a cost. I know some people feel that certain civilization boards are more or less powerful than others, but I never really found that in my playthroughs of Seven Wonders. For me, it was more about going through the cards and being assigned a board rather than being able to pick your own. So I would say leave that up to house rules if you have certain playstyles that you like, or go with random and challenge yourself to play different boards with different playstyles. If you're looking for a pass and play that's friendly and just simple to enjoy, then Sushi Go or its bigger variant, Sushi Go Party, is perfect for you. If you're really into a relaxing city builder, then look no further than Machikoro. And there is a Land Before Time's worth of expansions and extra variants of Seven Wonders that we just didn't have time to get into, but I'll give a special shout out to its two-player variant, Seven Wonders Duel. As for the rest of the games in this closet, each one's got its own unique story to tell, and I'm super excited to tell it. So please, look back there, let me know which one you want to see, and I'm ready to share my story about it.